Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping, clicking, listening. I appreciate it. So, this is episode 2 of the vlog, aka podcast content, and wanted to come on and share it. So, here we go. So, let's start it up. So, you know what? I was super excited all week thinking about, what I was going to talk about this week and how. I was gonna, have some stuff I wanted to show you. The packages came, but something else came in my mind, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather get that out. I mean, you're gonna see me unbox things, of course, throughout, but something else came to mind, and I wanted to, yeah, go over that with you. So here's the thing. So as I said in episode 1, I was saying how the reason that I had just threw myself into doing this vlog podcast was because I had had a medical episode. Well, let me tell you something. I'm fine, first of all. Let me say that. And I am hoping you are well as well. But what ended up happening, like I said, hindsight is 2020. I am one of those people where I look back at things and I'm always like dissecting it. Like, what happened? How did that happen? What could have happened better? And so one of the things that took me by surprise was how I was looking the day that I ended up going in. So I was dressed horribly. It's just no other way to put it. I was literally sleeping in something that I couldn't have even donated because it was just that raggedy. Like, it made no sense. Why was I sleeping in something that was beyond donation when I have pajamas? So, me being the overthinker that I am, I kind of got deep in it and I was like, you wouldn't have done that if you had been sleeping at a friend's. Or if you went on a little quick staycation, you wouldn't have been sleeping in that. Or if you called people over for movie night, you wouldn't have been in that. But you were in it because why? You were by yourself and you were thinking you were just by yourself. Are you not good enough to wear some of the things that you present yourself in when you go places? That was big for me. And I was like, you know what? That's sad. Like, why would I bought it. I bought it. I liked it, but I'm only using it when it's out in public. You know what I'm saying? So that just spoke volumes for me. And I really gave myself like a week. So I kind of was low key this week because I really gave it some thought. Like, how much of what I have in my life is serving me? How much in my life is serving literally the betterment and the advancement of me? You know, and it was a sad number when I got down to it. I was like, it's really sad. Like, like the things that I sleep in, just like I said, but this is the way I think. I think like this, like when something happens to you and it's really, really small, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to blow it up, but I do sometimes think that it's a hint for you to catch on to what you need to change before a brick has to hit you before you to catch on what you need to change. And so this is one of the things that I really felt like I needed to change. Like, someone called me, hey, meet me here. But I'm not even nervous. I got you. You ain't even got to worry about it. I'm coming. She gonna look right. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna have a great time. It's fine. But when I'm by myself, I'm walking around here looking like I'm auditioning for a slave part. Like, what are you thinking? Why would you do yourself like that? Like, one of the things that I always say when it comes down to me is that, I already know, like, you can't expect the best out of people, and that's fine. That's expected. That's just the world that we live in. But I should be able to bet that I am going to always step up for myself. And on that occasion, I didn't. I just let myself completely down. Why? It was like in the middle of the work week. It happened like on Wednesday. So, I'm not thinking like, I'm not thinking one that's going to happen, but then also wasn't a reason. You know what I'm saying? But a Wednesday is just as good of a day to celebrate to that Friday. I mean, like, I really didn't. I really just, the sum of it is this: I didn't celebrate me. I didn't celebrate me. And even though I'm fine and the incident was definitely something that is, repairable, and I can definitely get myself back on track. It could have been my last Wednesday. And that's the way you want to go out. Like, do the best that you can for yourself. Literally do the best that you can for yourself. When you start putting things together in your head for people, you really, hey, you pulling out the big guns. All the bells and whistles are coming out. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure, this is looking good, that's looking good. But then when it comes down to doing it for you, are you doing the same? I read this book one time about this lady. It was just a small caption of the book. It wasn't even about this lady, but she was in the book. She was a character in this book. And one of the things about it was that every time her neighbor, who was the star of the book, would knock on her door, this lady would always open the door, dressed in loungewear, always invite the lady in, always offer her something to drink. Or if it was dinner, she would come in and the lady was eating dinner with a cloth napkin and full plate at the dining room table. And so, it just stuck out to me how, and the lady was alone. She was alone. And don't get me wrong, people come over to my house. I have matching dishes. I've got all the stuff. But when I'm here, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I might drink out of the pickle jar. I may drink out the pickle jar. Why? That's the reason why I was in those raggedy pajamas when that incident happened. I'm not putting myself first to the level in which I do others. And so I just wanted to make some changes. That's one of the biggest ones. And it's small. I don't need to buy anything. I don't need to do anything. What I need to do is this. I need to cut loose the stuff that's not at my level. I shouldn't even have access to that stuff. Like that nightgown should have been in the trash. I just need to cut loose some things that are not serving me to the best. That's not really keeping me in that mindset that, hey, you are worthy at all times. Like if it does not hint that I am worthy, I shouldn't be wearing it. I shouldn't be using it. I shouldn't be saying it. I shouldn't be associating with it. And I shouldn't be dealing with it. That's just the truth of the matter, And I mean, like, sometimes it's hard because you want to work with, you want to try to look like you're flexible. I want to work with this. I want to work with that. But you just have to come to a conclusion after a while. Just like that nightgown no longer works for me, that person may no longer work for me, that job may no longer work for me, that environment may no longer work for me. Things come to an end. And when they don't work for you anymore, you look like a fool holding on to them. You literally look like a fool holding on to them. Because you have no one to blame but yourself. You just can't hold anybody else. It's your fault. It really is just your fault. So I don't know. So anyway, that's what happened. That is one of the things that I did get out of the situation that I was in, is that I really wasn't doing the best for myself. And so we're going to change that. We're going to change that. And I'm looking forward to that, as well as other things that are coming. And even though, like I said, it was a scary situation, I'm still grateful for it because I did make some changes from it. And these changes are all for my good. It's all for my betterment. Now, it may not be for everybody's good. And sometimes change isn't for everybody's good. But for me, I deserve it. I deserve it. And so that's what I wanted to share. I think that everybody can take a step back and look at, yourself in situations. And do you put on your best face when you go to church? Do you put on your best face when you go to work? Do you put on your best face when you're out in public eating out, whatever? But then when you're home, you're by yourself or you're with your circle, are you still that best? Are you still that best, And you really need to. You deserve it. I deserve it. So that's what I came up with. I wanted to share that. And I will share the packages that I have for you because that's important too. That's kind of in line with preparedness. I'm going to do one on preparedness. But this is what stuck with me. And I wanted to get this off. And this is not an explanation of why I'm doing things different. It's the reason why I'm doing things different. It's a difference. I don't have to explain. It is what it is. This is what happened. This is what's happening going forward. And I hope everyone is, doing well, and you don't have to be okay with it, but it is what it is. Okay? So, again, thank you so much for stopping. This is episode 2. Again, super, super excited. I just cannot tell you. I can't contain it. I am very, very excited. And I am so happy. I'm looking forward to doing some other things. So next we're going to do preparedness, and I hope you join me for that one. But for right now, this one is to eliminate the things that don't serve you your best. And put yourself at the front of the line. Do yourself like you would do others and in other scenarios, at all times. So anyway, enjoy. Have a great day.